Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. I am your host, Michael Karvelis, and this is Daily Dive. It is Monday, November the 3rd, 2025. Season 4 of this show begins now. We are live streaming via the airwaves of North American Talk Radio on YouTube. On today's awesome show, the new NLL CBA will recap a wild off-season from Jamie Dow's comments to getting the deal done and Brett Frood's reaction via OTCB. Then I'll introduce you to the cast of characters that will be featured throughout this season 4 of Daily Dive. We have two guests today, Ryan McMichael, affectionately known as Frick, and Tim Dillon. I'll explain. Finally, we're going to break down Matt Vinc returning to Buffalo and what it means for the Bandits and the rest of the league. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that this show is presented by the event tickets tab at the Natter website. Head to natalkradio.com and click the event tickets tab today. Before the show, I saw Georgia Swarm at Buffalo Bandits tickets for as low as $45 here in the U.S. That's like the currency that we use here. So let's get into it, folks. We're going to talk about the new CBA, okay? Now, I would be remiss if I didn't do this first. Because honestly, it took a long time. It took a very, very long time. And folks, it wasn't a fun one. So basically, this season, like, we knew that this was coming, even though I didn't do my due diligence on this show. Like, I talked about it a bit before the season ended, but we really didn't harp on it like we should have. And then things start coming out, and it starts feeling a little bit ugly. And I don't know how ugly it actually got, as Pat Gregoire says. We are so back, and that is true. The NLL is so back, and so is Daily Dive. But I don't know how ugly it actually got because of the comments I'll mention that Brett Frood, the commissioner of the league, ended up saying. But let's rewind a little bit here. Let's talk about what happened, because Jamie Dowick, the Toronto Rock's owner, who's been in the league for a while, I can't remember if he is the league's longest tenured owner, but he's been through hell and high water with the NLL. He's been helping them out. I don't know if he's funding 3 teams like Joe Tsai, but it feels pretty darn near close. Jamie Dowick has made investments in the NLL. And so he a lot of times goes on Lacrosse Classified, which is hosted by Jake Elliott. And one of these days, I'll actually look up the guy who co-hosted with him now, because like I said before, it used to be Tino Ferrer. It is now not, so I apologize. However, Jamie Dowick gets on there. And go Scorched Earth. I talked about it on this YouTube channel probably over a month ago now. That's weird. Time flies when you're getting old. My goodness. But basically, you're hearing this guy, and I know he, again, comes from a place of passion and speaking his mind. I think Christian Del Bianco calls him the league's Jerry Jones, and I think that's a little bit disrespectful. Well, not disrespectful. It's a little bit exaggeration, because I feel like Jamie Dowick has his head on his shoulders a little bit more. I could be wrong, but it was a lot to take in. Jamie Dowick said a lot of things that a lot of people didn't like. I loved it. Cinema, media, clicks, the NLL. It sounded dormant. It sounded bad. But hey, and yeah, Lucas, that last name is Canadians gotta come on, man, help us out here. It's bad enough saying my last name. Regardless of that, thank you for that, Pat, for the layup there. You felt like, okay, is it as bad as Jamie says, or is it not? So then we started getting stuff from, like, I know Dawson Nielsen talked about a lot of stuff. He came out of nowhere, as everyone's already talked about. But basically, it was like per diem and gym reimbursement because, and I get it, like I wanted to, and I'm not trying to like reharp all of this stuff. I'm just like telling the backstory. Those who just want a quick recap, right? So I'm like listening to this stuff, and I'm hearing that, like, obviously Dawson talks about the per diem, like they want like $80 or whatever a day for food. I'm like, huh, I wish. I mean, obviously I wish, but it was like, come on, wait, oh, that much? Well, that's a lot. And then like the gym reimbursement, I listen, gym's expensive. I know because when I quit one of my jobs, when I quit my job recently, one of the first costs that I cut was the gym. And obviously you're like, oh, well, obviously the fat guy cut the gym. But it's like, that's one of the things, like, it's a lot. It's like $25 a month. And that's like, it depends on which one you go to. They're like 20, 30, sometimes $40 a month. Okay. And I'm like, dang it, man. But in my opinion, like gym reimbursement, like I get a little bit of payback there, but like, we also heard about the expansion bonus. I never liked that. That was weird. Like, I'm not saying the players are not valuable and they don't help, propel that, but come on, man, that's not fair. That's a little bit, that's asking too much. Can we agree with that? Right? I feel like I can. And then they want to see the books, and I've been warned about saying the following information because I know that if I want players on my show and I cannot just DM them directly, I've been told what I'm about to say might not make some teams happy. Good thing I don't care. This is Daily Dive. If you didn't know. Okay. This is not a report by any means, but it's kind of like a soft report. It's like a little bit of insights. I have heard the reason why most owners, I say most, I don't mean like Joe Sire, Jimmy Dowd, but a lot of these owners, like Panther City years ago, when they had no busy dropping them like when Andy drops Woody. But there was a nightmare on that movie. I forgot like why he dropped them. Anyways, you get the reference if you've seen Toy Story. But most owners do not want to show the books because of tax situations. And I said for weeks on end that I don't care who the CBA people are. I don't care who the NLP has representing them. I don't care what leagues they're a part of. You have to have your pulse on, you have to have a pulse on things. You have to be a fly on the wall. You're like, you can't just ask for like, oh, let me see how much money you're making. Why would they do that? Again, most owners don't care. Just see the Philadelphia Wings. It's a tax write-off. And if they come close to making a profit, the understanding is they'll drop you for an NWSL or a pickleball team. I don't know if they have those. But like, that's what they'll do. And again, I thought about not saying that, but screw it. I'm going to say it. It should be common knowledge in my opinion. So that, to me, was the biggest disconnect. I know there's other things, but to me, it justified what I had said, if you've seen my Twitter page, where I was like, listen, guys, until we get the media deal the WNBA just got, you can't ask for much. And it's a shame. Now, again, it did get done. And that's why, well, come on. Let's restart this. That was dumb. Okay, it doesn't want to play. It's fine. So that's what we got. How dare you, fans? That's when we got to the We Are So Back thing. So we're here. It's a 5-year deal. 4 has an asterisk, like you can opt out. Cool. But I just want to say that I love that it got done. Shout out to both parties. I'm sure both of them had to be humble, which they were, and shout out. But I wanted to mention that Brett Frood on OTCB, hosted by Teddy Jenner and Pat Gregoire, two NLL on TSN broadcasters. He said it wasn't really contentious. That's what Brett Fruit said. At least he didn't feel like there was a lot of. I give praise to Brett Fruit. He's like, I'm not on social media. I don't know how he does it. I'm like, good for you for having a social life, sir. But he likes to have boots on the ground. That's fine. Like, good for him. Like, get in the trenches. It's awesome. He was saying he didn't feel like the NLPA and NLL were contentious. And he never thought that it would not get done. That was reassuring because I'll be honest, I took the bait. I felt like, oh, are we going to have a season? And it turns out, was anyone really concerned? I don't know. But hey, that's all I know. I want to mention this. There will be a season. So I'm excited for that. Okay. Now, when we come back to this show, we are going to talk. We're going to introduce our team. Our first guest also coming out will be Frick. So stay tuned. We're going to take a quickie. That's weird. We're going to take a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to talk to Frick as we introduce our Dilly Dive team for this year. You don't want to go anywhere. Season 4 is just getting started. I don't want to dance ever again. Bye. We'll be right back.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
Goodness, God, whoa, wow. Every time I make a commercial, I put the MyBookie thing in there. It blasts. I think it blasted my headphones. I know it blasted you, but oh, good Lord Almighty! All right, let's do an introduction of our team, and then we're gonna bring on Frick within the next 2 minutes here. So, this is season 4, and for the third season in a row, I am your starting host. Humbly, I did not start season 1. I did finish season 1. I was the backup though. I was the producer, and if you know, you know. We also can announce that Leroy will not be as involved as much this season, but he is still part of the team. And Leroy, you are our guy. Thank you for all the work that you've done for us. Patrick Major, aka Captain, will be part of the team. He has hit 2 NLL ladders, and for gambling folks, that's some tough stuff, man. That's hard to do. He's also a Calgary Roughnecks fan, and Red is back. I can also announce that Pat Gregoire is going to be here starting every Friday on November 28th, and maybe before then. We'll have to talk about that later, though. All right, so I want to do it now. We're going to bring in Ryan McMichael. And you're like, who's that? It's Frick. It's Frick. Let's see if this is working. His connection, this is loading. Don't you love loading? That's not a loading lacrosse reference. That's a Ryan McMichael, can you hear me, sir? And if not, I'm going to need you to rejoin. There's the microphone. Why? It's loading. That's odd. Let's do a health and wellness ad. Give me 2 seconds here to figure out what's going on with the Frickster. Be right back. You know what? This is why Wi-Fi is so good to have. So yeah, like I can't admit that this is only my third season starting. It feels like 4, but I've done 4 seasons. We're waiting on Frick to possibly come back in here. Hey, listen, great first episode, shall I say? There's nothing like coming on a show and saying, "Yes, a guest. I cannot wait to." Oh, they're not there. So, yeah, I might just do the Matt Vinc stomach first. But we're going to try to hold off. Let's try this one more time. Frickster. Wow, that is impressive. We may listen. We may have to have this guy on tomorrow, or something similar. Unfortunately, that might not work today, folks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say no Frick today, because that is obviously not working. And if Tim Dillon is ready, we might as well do it. So, I wanted to. This is bad. So again, I apologize. I don't think it doesn't look like. It doesn't look like Frick is going to come on the show today, and we'll start one more time. Yeah, I don't think that's working. It is not. That's fine. That is not working. We'll save that for tomorrow. And now, without further ado, I want to introduce another member of the crew. And again, we'll get to Ryan McMichael tomorrow, or if that ends up working later, we'll see. But here we go. It is time to introduce a man, a very humble man. His name is Señor Siete. Yes! I mean, this makes up for it. Hola!
Hola, Señor Meco!
Hey, paso, man! Listen, it's a change of pace between Frick and you, but it is what it is, man.
Sí, señor, sí.
Que paso, dude?
Que pasa?
So, the people got to know, Tim Dillon, you seem to be a big fan of Terrell Hammer Jackson. That's a nice jersey.
Well, thank you. Muchas gracias, Michael.
That's right.
I'm a big fan of the Hammer. I'm a big fan of the Hammer. He's a man of the people.
Now, I will give you I will cash you $10 right now. It's not true. If you can say hammer in Spanish without looking it up. I don't know the answer either. You could have just guessed, and I would have given you $10. All right.
No,
so,
gringo.
That's right. Timmy, thank you for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
Siete Siete is 77. This guy loves to wear 77. But Tim, Terrell Hammer Jackson is part of a bigger group of folks. Oh, you want to know something cool? Ryan McMichael just popped on with camera.
Just put him on.
It feels anticlimactic here. I mean, what's up, Rick? Screw it. This is ridiculous.
I don't know what's going on. Stone Cold music.
God, get new Wi-Fi, this guy. We'll have to do it again. Well, that was close, though.
It was.
It's not. But tell me about Loading Lacrosse, sir. I hear you're a big fan of Loading Lax.
Yes, Loading Lacrosse, probably the best box lacrosse company in the world. Come on now.
Do they pay you to say that? Don't answer that.
I will say that indefinitely.
Don't answer that.
On the record.
Mucho dinero for Tim Dillon. Come on, man.
No dinero. For the love of the game. For the love of the game.
You know, I hyped this episode for 5 weeks, man.
What I will say about this is, Loading Lacrosse, they're a brand for the players. They're a brand for the people. They keep the prices reasonable. All right. They make some of the best D shafts in box.
D shafts. Can you explain what a D shaft is to somebody who doesn't know? Because that's a big word to use.
Big shaft. Oh, big shaft, big word. I'll tell you what it means. I'll tell you what it means, brother.
Yeah.
Brother, I'll tell you what it means. Simply, it means that loading will make shafts from 32 inches, 36 inches, 30 inches in length.
Lord. They're lacrosse sticks.
NCAA teams.
They're lacrosse sticks.
Yes, they're lacrosse shafts. They don't break. They hit people. They're big bruisers. They'll break somebody up. They'll get those GBs every day of the week.
Not helping the allegations here, sir. What else do you like about Loading? Do they make gloves? Like, what else are we making here?
Loading, they make apparel, they make jerseys, they make shafts, they make heads. They actually have a new head coming out December 1st, the Loading Tonka.
Have you pre-ordered that?
Of course I pre-ordered that. It's not out yet. All right, December 1st, it's coming out. You have the Loading win. What I will tell you is, you look at Las Vegas Desert Dogs. You look at who's on their roster, who's using Loading.
We ain't doing that yet.
We ain't doing that yet?
They're a bunch of Loading athletes, though?
They are Loading athletes. We have Loading athletes on almost every team.
Oh, well, we'll get to that. All right? All right, so can you do me one quick favor, Tim Dillon? You're going to have 2 intros. Is that fine on this show?
Muy.
That's work on that. We're going to Espanol, sir. Can we put you backstage and get to Frick?
Absolutely.
Now,
absolutely.
I feel like his Wi-Fi is finally popping.
All right. Let's do
hey,
it.
man, hasta mañana, but please, mañana means tomorrow, but please stick around, all right? Stay backstage.
We'll do.
Thank God. Hey, wow, look who showed up.
What is going on, man?
Jesus, man.
I need Stone Cold music right now. Like, we got the Lucha Libre on the other side, and Frick needs the Stone Cold music.
Part of me wants to give every recurring guest a theme song. I'm not kidding. I might do that. We'll wait for that. Well, I do want to just say that not only is Tim Dillon coming on like every week, like Wednesday or Thursday, we haven't decided. But you're on every Monday. Can we confirm that?
Yeah, Frick, I'll be on every Monday. You know, we'll try and get some scoops. We'll try and get some predictions. We'll just have a little bit of fun and kick with it.
The Mario coin lagged. Anyways, but thank you, sir. We'll get you a theme song. I can promise you that. So let's get into it because I know the fans are like, what the hell is the show at this point? Okay. So people got to know. Yes, no, it's awesome. People got to know, Frick. Are we calling you Ryan or Frick? What are we doing?
You do you, man. I go by Frick. I go by Ryan. I've been called a lot worse by a lot better. It is what it is, man. We're all good.
That works too. All right,
Monday morning quarter Frick. What a see that comment by Greggy?
I only saw quarterback. Boy, I need to read better. Wow, quarter Frick.
Greggy is on one. Monday morning, Greggy's on one already.
I mean, when your Blue Jays lose the World Series, anyways, that's actually.
Whoa.
But you're also a Blue Jays fan. That was double. That was horrible. I'm sorry.
Too soon, man. Too soon.
That was true. So you got to explain the Frick story to me. And how did you get the nickname? And was that just a Twitter thing, or had you heard that before you joined the social media verse?
No, that goes way back. So I was playing senior B lacrosse in Ennismore for a Peterborough team, and we were at breakfast one time, and it was a Sunday morning, and you know we were having a little bit of fun in our 20s. So I had the rally cap on. You know, and then one guy by the name of Mac O'Brien looks at me. He goes, McMichael. He goes like, "You're a fictional character. Like you're not even real." And then so they started calling me Trip McNeely. So yeah, figure that one out, right? So then about I don't know, we're in Coquitlam, BC, and you know the sun's about to rise, and my other buddy looks at me and he goes like, Trip, like where did Trip come from? And so we told the story. He goes, no, your name's Frick Neely. And then it just out of nowhere, like there's no real backstory to it. There's no nothing. It was just kind of somebody threw up a lob ball and boom, somebody hit it out of the park, and ever since then it's been the real Frick Neels.
What a creative team you have back there, man. I like that.
You know, the social department's working hard in Frick Industries.
Frick Industries. That's freaking right. I got to ask you, the insider, how long have you had a Twitter, and when did you decide, screw it, we're going to start breaking news?
I've had Twitter since I think Twitter kind of came up. You know, it was just kind of just, you know, messing around and figuring out the ins and the outs here. And then just like the insider thing, if I'm being dead ass honest, it's just, we were sitting around last year at the trade deadline. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I just kind of putting the pieces together, and somebody wasn't playing very good, and somebody, you know, needed a goalie. And I threw the lob ball out there to see, you know, like, is Rosie actually going to be on the move? Like, who knows? Calgary can use a guy. And then somebody else with inside the league texted me, and they're like, what do you know? I go, I don't know anything, man. I just kind of threw out a lob ball. And he goes, because you're dead on. He goes, you are dead on right now with this guest. And I'm like, okay. So then obviously, I got a couple buddies inside the game here and there, and people just started leading me places, right? So, I did a little bit of back work here and a little bit of back work there. And then all of a sudden, I think the one that really put me on the map was the Delby trade last year. Christian going to Vancouver.
Yeah,
and Christian actually called me and he goes, what do you know that I don't know? I go, I just pack your shit, buddy. You're on the move.
What?
Right. So, oh yeah. And then, ever since then, I feel like that one might've given me a little bit of credibility. And then now people just start throwing me things like, hey, Frick, run with this one. Hey, Frick, run with that one. And then here we are, right? We're on podcasts. We're doing guest spots and just starting to kind of take off right now.
So Anything Lax was the first podcast you did like a week or like less than a week ago, right?
I did one with what's his name out in Coquitlam way back, but that had nothing to do with me. That was just more about they did like this poll to see who the toughest guy ever to play lacrosse was, and it was no surprise that my dad won that one. So they had me on they had me on that podcast, and I forget what it's called or whatever it is, but so yeah, that was the first one, and then Anything Lax was like the real, breaking out the Frick story and doing the insider routine and this, that, and the other.
Well, you may have a regular spot with Anything Lax. I know we got a regular spot here. Again, you won't be back on until Monday the 28th, or whatever that day is. Whatever the day is, whatever it is. But we're excited to have you on. We thank you for gracing our airwaves here. So let's ask you, because I'm not asking you to give any extra information here. What was your take on the entire CBA that was going on? Because what a wild ride this summer. Did you think there was any point where we were not going to have a season? Because Brett Fruit said there was not.
Yeah. No, I definitely thought there was not going to be a season to start the year. It's just, and again, like just talking to the boys in the league and reading the tea leaves, right? It's the schedule is very late to start the year, which is surprising, right? And then there's there's pockets to where you could fit, let's say rescheduled games or whatever, right? So a couple of boys were like, Frick, you might want to look into this one here. Look how light the schedule is, and we think the league might be prepared to not start on time, which is it's not overly surprising. They have to be prepared for the worst case scenario. Yes. But in the same sense, if they were fully confident that the league was going to start on time, why do you have this kind of soft pocket at the start of the year? Like we have one game and then we're off for a couple of weeks, and then a couple more games and then you're off again, and then there's same teams that are scheduled to start the year have the same bye weeks in the later part of the year, to where you could easily just move game A into week 14 or 15, right? Read the tea leaves. That's kind of just like my whole thing is, like you might not know everything to start, but any logical thinking person can put one and one together and you pick up 11.
Hold on a minute. There's like some Frick knowledge here. 1-on-1 pick up 11. I like that. Good. I still like that.
1 plus 1 equals 11 in my world.
Frick math. That's what we talk about. So I'm glad you mentioned that little part of it, because, and I know you may not have any extra information. I don't either. I do want to mention the Jack Hanna thing. Me and you had like a little back and forth on Twitter. It was fun. But like, that's another one where like you said, it's all speculation, but eventually a couple of horses' mouths start talking, and we got a horse race. I made that up. That sounds stupid. But we got a Kentucky Derby at some point if a bunch of horses start talking. So I'm wondering, when can we expect the Jack Hanna thing? Like, it's again all speculation, at least from my side.
Yeah. I don't think we can put a time frame on that one. That one's going to be a real sticky situation. Like that's going to be those are going to be some big names on the move if they are on the move, and it's going to be like 4 team trade. Like, it's going to be active, and that's all I can I can really say for sure on that one, but like it's gonna be, if it does happen, right? And like who knows? Like apparently Uncle Joe has told Willie in Vegas that he's okay with spending money right now and he wants to win it. And those 3 signings in Vegas kind of show that they are very, very serious on winning. So if Uncle Joe wants Jack Hanna back in Vegas, Uncle Joe's going to get what he wants. Right. And that's just the way that it is. Like people with that many dollars and that amount of money, they're not overly concerned about what they're going to do. They just want to win. And I have the utmost admiration for Joe, bringing a team to Vegas, trusting Willie, and now finally just opening up the bank account and say, Willie, go and make me a championship, get me a championship contending team, and let's rock and roll. Right. So, going back to Jack Hanna, like everybody in the world knows he wants to go back to Denver. That's neither here nor there. Everybody, he's from there, he lives there, he went to college there. Everybody knows he wants to get back there.
Why not?
Unfortunately, this is professional sports. You don't always get what you want.
Bingo.
Right? So Tyler Pace didn't want to be franchise tagged. He is. You don't always get what you want, and this is a business, and I don't see Willie bending just to trade Jack Hanna because Jack Hanna wants to be traded.
Yeah,
the guy's he's one of the top 5 players in the world.
I think Jack Hanna is gonna. The more he keeps, I got like he does a lot of circus shots, but there's a lot of things where it's like, forget Americans. He's a show. He's a natural. He's a showman.
He's nasty.
And I feel like for Vegas, like for Vegas, what bugs me about that, and I guess we can go to like our team kind of predictions, whatever you want, teasers here. If they lose Jack Hanna, I know like it might be a 14 deal. We have no idea, whatever. I feel like you bring in Mitch Jones, you get rid of Jack Hanna, which that would suck in my opinion. And then you look at, they brought in Fraser and Kluche, but you hope Fraser takes a massive step. You also have no clue. And so to me, like, again, like swapping Mitch Jones for Jack Hanna would just be brutal for that team. And again, as far as we know, there's no goalie. I've heard they might get one. At this point, let's see about Landon Kells and Justin Getty. And that point, that's a prove it for them.
Whoa.
That's tough. Come on.
They have an absolute 18-year-old stud.
You mean the rookie? Is he going to start
in the stable?
Is he going to start?
It's a business.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a business. It's a business. If he is the best goalie coming out of training camp, all signs point that he had an absolutely phenomenal week 1. Weekend 1 for Caleb Kahn was absolutely, and that's what I hear, right? And I've heard it from a couple different sources right now. So yes. everybody who's thinking, oh, I know where McMichael's got his insight from. It's not. It's not the person that you think it is. Just to put that on the table, but I have heard from 3, 4, 5 different sources that kid was as good, if not better, as expected, right? So
if it helps you. One of the same people who gave me the Mitch Jones to Vegas, and that was like 2 weeks before it happened, also told me there was a goalie, and they wouldn't tell me who it was. And I'm sorry, the way they worded it looking back was like, oh, the freak 18-year-old might have been who they were talking about. That same person told me about Mitch Jones to Vegas, to be fair. And that's nuts to me.
Like, right? Like we can't automatically say that it's going to be Kells or Getty's coming out of training camp. Now, do I expect it? Of course. To throw an 18-year-old kid in the cage right away in the NLL, it's going to be either really good or really bad. Right? There's not going to be an in between.
But also Thomas Kajzik wasn't too concerned when he be like the 2 games for the Rush. But to be fair, that was also mid-season and not to start the year. So good point by you.
Exactly right. And,
so he has a little bit of time to learn.
He had time to learn. He had time to acclimate himself to the speed of the game. He had time to acclimate himself to the shooters. Yeah, you throw and again, like tape shows in junior, numbers show in senior. Like Caleb Kahn's going to be legit. Yeah, it's just whether or not they have the time and they have the patience in order to wait for him to be legit, right?
I mean, best case scenario, Jack Hanna stays, obviously, and then you got Caleb Kahn. If he does come up week 1 or week, 5, or week whatever it is, Vegas might. I mean, they might have to go back to on the strip after a while. Because Henderson's gonna be packed out for good.
Yeah, and again, like I think we're not to say that I think he's going to be doing something, but we're overlooking the fact that they have had a legitimate starting number 1 goalie in their camp right now. Is sitting at 3 or 4. Alex Bouquet's in camp. He's been a legit number 1, right? So why?
I did not know that Bouquet, when I first started the show, was playing for the Rush, and I love that guy.
Legit number 1 goalie in the NLL. Like, is he getting a little bit long in the tooth? Of course, but Vino's showing that don't matter, right? Like, so like they have 2. Like I like both Kells and Getty. Do I think they're legitimate number 1s in the league? No, right? I don't. I personally don't. I haven't seen enough background on them to say that they are going to be a legit number 1. Like New West had to go and get Frankie to make them legit. Peterborough kind of moved on from Landon Kells this past summer, and rightfully so. Right. Like he didn't get too much of the run where Hutchie had most of the run there in Peterborough this summer. So, like they have a legit number 1 option in Alexis Bouquet, and it's not the worst.
No, I like that, and I guess what you don't want to do is play musical chair with the goalies, and I'll leave the Vegas talk here, but like. You don't want to, like, if you start Kells, you don't want to have to go to another guy and then another guy. You want to make sure your guy is your guy for as long as you can, and that could be a big deal.
Yes.
Hey, Dawson Nielsen, another guy. This is the Insider Show, man. What in the devil?
There he is.
All right.
The ledge.
Let's move this a little bit of predictions here.
Okay.
Let's talk. Do you want to do just the NLL championship, or you want to do you have like some MVP or sleeper teams? Like what are we doing first here?
I'm ready for everything, man. Throw it. You throw it.
Who wins the MVP?
Mitch Jones.
Oh wow!
I think having Fraze on the other side, Donnie on the other side. I don't think Jack Hanna goes anywhere. I think there's too much. I think there's too much to move. Too many pieces to move. I think Willie figures it out. I think Uncle Joe figures it out, and they ink up Jack Hanna to a monster of a deal for long term, right? So I think nice. Mitch Jones just reaps all those rewards. So it's a long shot, right? I'd like to see what that site that Greggy works for. I don't know. I don't know what your free ad policy is. I know it's Coolbet, but I just didn't know what your free ad policy was. Yeah, it'd be great to see what the odds on Coolbet are.
I just taught loading lacrosse for 2 minutes, so if it helps you, the free ad policy is great here.
There you go.
So, when Mitch Jones, I was pretty definitive very quickly there. So last year, we can do this another time, but you can also do it now.
Okay.
I about at least 5 weeks before Frank Scigliano won the goalie of the year, I told the fans of this show, oh great, we're hearing the snap stories. I know Scigliano was awesome. My thing is, I felt like I don't know if he was goalie of the year because that defense absolutely matters. So this year, does Scigliano run it back? Does Papa Skiz get in the gym again? Or who's the goalie of the year for you?
Well, you give the kid a full season. It's Christian Del Bianco until he retires.
I like that.
There's no, but again, if you want to play that card, then every single goalie who's good is because of a good system. A goalie's only a system. A system is only as good as their goalie. A goalie's only as good as the system.
I mean, Monday morning quarter frick is on. I like that take. You told to the NFL team a quarterback's only as good as
Greggy, that's not bad. Yeah.
We may have to call the segment then on Mondays. I mean, I was thinking of a name that might work. Quarter frick.
Yeah.
So we're going with Delbs. I mean, he should be the favorite. I would assume. Even if Vince came back, Delbs is young.
I feel like if Delbs plays a full season, it's Delbs until Delbs doesn't want it to be Delbs anymore. Right? When Delbs retires, then there's going to be another best goalie in the league. Until Delbs retires, Delbs is the best goalie in the league.
He's nice. Our rookie of the year, you got any? Are you thought about that much?
See, like this is going to open up a can of worms.
Oh,
Caleb
no.
Kahn. Caleb Kahn.
Oh, my!
The minute that kid gets in the net, it's over.
Jeez, man.
Right? Like, it's everything that everybody says about this kid is he's the next Christian Delbianco. Everything.
I mean, it might be better than what we're hearing. Is it? Good Lord Almighty!
Right? Like, so
that would be nice.
Yeah, that would be real juicy odds on Colbert, definitely, right? But if I'm gonna make a run at it, I say Christian Delbianco. I think too much attention is going to be put on Kirsty in Toronto. I don't think like Owen Hiltz is going to be phenomenal to watch. I just don't think that offense is going to be good enough for either one of them to put up numbers for them to be in contention of Rookie of the Year. Right? So if something happens in Vegas to where they have to go with Caleb, I think he's going to be the reason they sink or swim, in my opinion, right? Like their offense is going to be stacked. Their defense is going to be athletic. But for them to win, I think they need great goaltending. And in that case, that's the Rookie of the Year for me.
I don't know if you're a lax historian, because I for dang sure I'm not. How often do the goalies win Rookie of the Year? Is that that can't happen a lot, can it?
I don't think so, no.
I don't think so either.
That's
why I like that take, though.
Yeah, it would be. I think it might be one of the firsts. I can't recall when a goaltender's won Rookie of the Year. Because they normally don't start. Right? Like even Christian didn't start.
What? I'm kidding. Okay.
Yeah, Christian sat behind Frank. You know that.
I know. I've heard like bits and pieces of like the podcast. They like kind of take shots. It's nice. All right, so champion. I hear a lot of Vancouver, but I mean Matt Vinc running it back is got to help you, right? Are Bands going to win it again? Are you buying Vancouver Kool-Aid?
I wouldn't even call it Kool-Aid. I trust in Kurt. I trust in Sato.
You meant Kurt Malowski. Okay.
Kurt Malowski. Yeah, no,
okay.
Kurt Malowski. I trust in Kurt Malowski. Like that team's going to be gross, but I think it's an Albany year. You know, I think Dougie's an elite goaltender. That offense has a year together, a little bit more cohesiveness. The defense is young, big, and athletic, and then that's what you want to build in this league, right? So if I'm throwing money down on Colbert, my first pick is Vancouver because plus 900 is gross, right? But you know, if I'm being realistic, I'd say it's an Albany year, but like Buffalo's right there, Saska's right there.
Saska's a sleeper.
Vegas, like I'm on Saska is definitely a sleeper at this point. Wow. Nobody's talking about him
until now. So you just said Albany.
How dare you?
That deserves that, sir. They're in Oshawa.
Sure.
I don't like it either, but they're in Oshawa. I hate it.
Beautiful city.
I don't care. There was middle of the night. These guys left. You can't. I don't care how beautiful. I don't care if they're in heaven. That's unbelievable.
Oh no, I was lying. It's not beautiful at all. It's terrible.
Oh wow. So
I
Fritz
hate
got
Oshawa.
jokes. I'm gonna have to learn that. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So we're going Mitch Jones, Delbianco, Caleb Kahn. Love that pick, and the Oshawa Firewolves. I'm a big Alex Simmons fan. I love those takes.
He's great. He's a great lacrosse player.
He's also just has great energy on the interviews. That's just great for the league, in my opinion.
Yeah, Kurtz is unreal down there. Obviously, you know, Dyson Williams, Ethan Walker. You know, that team is just, and they're systematically sound, which is I think the most important part. The most important part for me is being systematically sound, and they are, which is why I got so much faith in Vancouver as well.
And they have Glenn Clark Jr. now too, Taggart, so that helps a little bit too.
Glenn Clark Jr. Let the kid live. Let him live.
Come on, it's not a hill. Come on now.
Tags a beauty.
I like Tags. That's a good name. Any parting shots, Frick? Anyone you want to say, Frick, you two, or are we good?
No, we're good, brother. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you very much.
So we won't see you till week one, but thank you again, sir. And I'm looking forward to this. That was fun. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, well, we'll have a good time. I'll make sure of that. Don't worry about it.
Yes, sir. He's freaking right. All right, that was fun. So for those of you that were patient, I really appreciate that. You can follow him at Real Uncle Frick on Twitter /X. It's still Twitter. Yeah, thank you so much for him coming on. Also, he did join Anything Lax, like I said, about a week ago at this point. That was fun. Thanks for the comments that have happened as well. When we come back, though, we'll have another intro for Tim Dillon, because as if you didn't get enough the first time, we're going to do it again. We'll be right back to Dilly Dive. Please do not go anywhere, and if you do, it's on you at this point. We'll be right back, folks.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
All right, folks. I want to give a major shout outs to Frick for coming on, and also to our other guest, Tim Dillon, who is going to come on every week and came on already, but had to wait again. So, in case you didn't get enough the first time, this is Senor. And let me get to this first. What I'm going to bring on is Senor. Proper intro. Siete. Come on. Vámonos. Oh, yeah. Nice.
Oh, again, Michael.
Back. Did you learn any Spanish words on the way out or no?
No.
You're fired. Anyways, so I want to give you another proper intro here. Dang it, Tim Dillon, for joining. What the heck are you drinking? Is that piss?
No, it's Gatorade.
Okay.
Not sponsored.
You can put Gatorade. We already had a loading segment. Now come on now.
Yeah,
we're
Gatorade
free advertising.
Sponsor the show, Gatorade.
Okay. So tell me again about loading lacrosse, just for and try to lay off the D shaft stuff, just for the record. But tell me about that. Why is the head on December 1st going to be important for people? What do you think?
So the head, the Tonka,
yes,
will be coming out December 1st. Is our first D head, right? Wide shape, short throat, very stiff. You know, we change up the plastic. It's good, all right? It's going to be one of the top D heads. And I know some people in the field world are not going to get it. They're going to say, oh, it's different. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Well, it's not for you. It's not for you, okay? It's for gritty box players.
It's not for soft people.
It's for the gritty dudes who like picking up loose balls on cements and banging on the boards, all right?
Oh. Okay, next time we do a loading promo, we're going to have to lay off the innuendos, man. You're killing me. What a brand. All right, so let's talk to you. I just have to ask a question. I am aware there's an alter ego side of you, which, of course, we'll never say that. But I hear you like face-offs. Obviously, you're wearing the Terrell Hammer Jackson jersey.
Yes.
I have to ask you, Tim Dillon, do face-offs matter? And after you answer that, please explain to the viewers why or why not.
Absolutely do they matter.
Yes!
Right? Absolutely. All right. Now, let's go back to the most recent series that we've had. All right.
Wait a minute. They do matter?
They do.
Okay, now I'm back. You're good.
All right. So, the reason why face-offs matter, we go look at this last year's championship. We have Jake Naso versus Connor Farrell.
Love Jake Naso.
You're a big Jake Naso guy. I love that. Two different styles of face-offs, two different players, all right? One's a D2, D3 guy. I forget which school he came from, but he came from a school, like a Long Island school, I think.
Okay.
And then we have Jake Naso, Blue Blood, Duke Blue Devils. By the way, go Irish. But
yes.
Blue Devils, all right? And he's a short guy, loves to rotate, just is a normal standing neutral grip on a knee. Connor Farrell.
Lacrosse League alum, yes, correct.
Yes. Connor Farrell was a moto guy, now he's a stand-up guy on the knee. Big dude, not as technical sometimes, but very in and out, very good in loose balls. Also, his team had some great wings, but also Jake Niso had Mike Messenger. So, and what I say to that is, if you look at previous years in the league where there's a championship, all right, you look at Buffalo versus what was the first championship that they had against?
The one they won, the first one they won?
Yeah, the first one they won.
Wow. It wasn't Albany. God, what in the devil? Here, you mentioned why you're saying that. I'll look it up just super quick.
So Buffalo's first championship, to my knowledge, they had Max Adler as a faceoff guy, and it was against Colorado. They had Max Adler as a faceoff guy against Colorado's faceoff guy. Colorado didn't have the best dude. He was older. He now plays for Six Nation Chiefs. But Max Adler was able to keep the score really even on the faceoffs. He was able to constantly control the loose balls. And in the fourth quarter, when Colorado mounted their comeback, guess who scored the only goal of the season that year? Max Adler off the faceoff in the championship.
What do you mean the only goal of the season? You got to reword that.
Max Adler's only goal of the season.
Oh.
Third period against Colorado Mammoth when they're mounting their comeback in the championship. And he shuts the door on them. And then we go look at this year's championship. Connor Farrell dominates the faceoff X. Jake Naso can't even touch him for game 2.
Oh!
Right? And it shows. They won. They won at home. They won it away. It doesn't matter. Connor Farrell's the milkman. People love Connor Farrell. Doesn't matter where you're at.
Love some milk.
Love some milk.
It's a good point about Connor Farrell because you even ask Buffalo Bandits fans, they seem to be a face-off. I know Connor Farrell's an easy guy to root for, but it is true that him being as good as he is has helped him a little bit. Because I feel like when you give Dane and Josh more opportunities, you might get more goals. I could be wrong.
You see this translate really well this year. Look at Colorado. Just today, Colorado Mammoth signed another face-off guy out of Rutgers. Matthew Paultelmo. I messed up his last name.
Just call Matthew. That word I
right?
call Matthew.
Matthew, right? Rutgers face-off guy. Solid face-off guy. Top 20 every year in the rankings for stats. Really solid dude. I don't know much about his boxing background.
Yeah, go ahead.
But what I do know is the guy they did draft for Colorado, to my knowledge.
Okay, this guy. So pop quiz.
But what I'm saying is teams are now bringing in 2 or 3 face-off guys at training camp and competing and seeing who they want. So it's getting more competitive every year now for a face-off spot. And not only are face-off guys doing an elite job like goalies, they're also having to play defense. They're also having to push transition if need to. So they need guys who can handle the ball.
So to that point, though, does it also hurt the face-offs matter argument? I think face-offs matter. But do you think it hurts the argument a little bit knowing those guys also have to be Swiss Army knives and not Fogos?
Well, it depends on team, really. If you look at Halifax, you have Jake Withers. Arguably, you can make an argument.
Love that guy.
You can make an argument for Jake Withers being the greatest face-off guy in NLL history.
I agree.
But it's because right now in this era of face-offs, we have so many legends. We have Joe Nardella, T. Ireland, Jake Withers, Tyler Hammond Jackson. You have all these amazing, like Jeremy Thompson, like all these guys, right?
By the way, I know you love the Las Vegas talk with Tyler Hammond Jackson stuff.
Yes.
Rick was on Vegas, man.
He was. And to finish my point here, it's really important to have face-off guys in this league because momentum shifts. There's a game of runs, game of momentum, and if you're getting the doors blown off, you can't win a face-off. Your D's going to get destroyed. At the end of the day, you need a face-off guy to control the momentum, the pace, and push transition as fast as possible. And I think the perfect example of somebody who didn't do his job very well in the beginning of his career and is now doing an absolutely fantastic job, Justin Nacio.
I like Ignacio. He's good.
Going
Calgary.
down, right? Came from Ohio State, knee down to face off that weird transition year. And now he's reinvented himself. One of the best face-off guys in the league and for the Chaos. One of the best face-off guys in Calgary. He single-handedly retired the biggest face-off guy for Hammer Jackson. Like, that guy was an All-American out of Vermont. So
be nice now. Some of the play where like the guy kind of like takes a shot and then like never sees the field again.
What I'm saying is the Vegas face-off guy, not to name names.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
He runs Ignacio blindly. He's picking up loose ball on the boards, runs him blindly over the boards.
Yep.
And then runs away from a fight. Ignacio grabs him, a couple uppercuts, a busted lip.
Come on now.
And Justin Ignacio walked into the box and said, I stood on business there.
All right, that's enough face-off, man. You're killing the people here. I love it though. So I gotta ask you this. Do you have any? Give me one or two surprise drink yours. Go ahead. Go ahead. You hydrated now?
Hydrated, yep.
Okay. Make sure I hide the mustache. So surprise NLL teams for you. Give me one or two this year. And don't give me Bandits or Warriors. Give me a team that no one's talking about, maybe.
Rochester. Give me Rochester.
Okay.
Nobody's talking about Zed Williams. I
guess no one really takes them seriously, even though they probably should, but no one thinks they'll break through that I've seen.
Are you kidding me? Ryan Smith and Zed Williams on the same attack line.
Are they loaded as well?
I don't think they are.
Okay, I was making sure.
I think Ryan Smith's the ECD guy. He's using the ECD Delta. He's widened it. But listen, Ryan Smith. Oh my gosh. That white boy has motion. He has motion.
This is a certified Ryan Smith moment.
It absolutely is. The guy drops bombs. Big dude from RMU. He knows what he's doing. And then put Zed Williams, a guy who loves to body guys, pass the ball.
Yeah.
Like, he's insane. Now, Rochester, they have some good draft picks. They have some good young talent. I think they're going to make a deep run in the playoffs. And I think they're going to upset teams like Georgia, who just revamped their whole roster.
Yeah. I won't give my team on Georgia, but okay, I can see that.
And also, all their players are just playing in the Minto. They're all going to be partially injured or all going to be partially tired, and you're going to see more injuries stack up this year.
The man or the man, right? The Man Cup?
Yeah, sorry, the Man Cup. My bad.
Minto's better, but okay, go ahead.
Man Cup. Man Cup, my bad. They all just play in the Man Cup, and they're going to be exhausted, all right? That's basically the half the Georgia team in that one team, all right?
Right.
Now, another team that I think will literally lay out all the chips this year to win a championship is Halifax. Halifax, this is the year. This is the year that either Halifax win the championship or they will never see a championship for a couple of years.
What do you mean a couple of years? You're going to say never and then say a couple of years, pal. How long are we going to wait?
This is the year that Halifax has to go all in and win a championship or they're not touching a playoff for another 6 or 7 years.
Come on, man. This guy's idiots.
But
man,
those are all Eastern Conference teams.
I did not want that reference on the show.
Those are all Eastern Conference teams. What I will say
unbelievable.
What I say is Vegas. As much as a Vegas fan I am.
Oh, Oshawa.
Now, the only thing I say about Oshawa is they have amazing offense in Jeff T.
Do they have Nardella still?
No. Oshawa is Ottawa. I'm saying Ottawa. Oshawa, Joe Nardella, great face-off guy. But what I say about that is their defense is not helping their goalie out at all right now. They have a good offense,
even with the addition of Glenn Clark Jr.
I'm saying this definitively.
That's the last time I ever say that. That was unfair.
This is definitively. I'll say this definitively. I think we can reference this back if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Which I'm not. But their offense is strong. You see their comebacks against San Diego. That San Diego game against Albany, that was like neck and neck, and it was down to like last 4 seconds for a goal. That's insane.
Yeah, that was nice.
But their defense gave up like 13 points. Okay. Not only that, their goaltender is great, by the way. They did add Kyle Rubish. Don't get me wrong, but one guy is not going to change the whole team around. All right, he ain't Jeff T.
Well, okay. So real quick to that point, though, he ain't Jeff T. This guy. Listen. If we're being fair, though, remember, was it Saskatchewan when they was it the where? No, I'm thinking of when Buffalo added Paul Dawson. And don't you dare give your Dawson pick yet. Don't do that in this show. Don't. I know you're chopping. Don't do that. Lay off the mat, man. But no, I think because even like Saskatchewan having whatchamacallit, what are they called? They've got a few defensive guys there too. For Saskatchewan.
What
but like
say to that?
defensive guys do help like put the cherry on top though.
They do, but this is what I'll say to this. Look at Saskatchewan the last 3 years. Saskatchewan's defense built 3 years. They didn't change a ton of their defense. Mike Messenger went from being a face-off guy and a D guy to just being a D guy. Okay. Right. So if you want to build a good defense, all right, you need to have synergy, the right type of guys on the floor who can pick up the ball, move up the floor quickly, and not get the ball back on D. That's everybody in the league. But I don't think Oshawa has that synergy yet with their new team. They just moved cities. They don't have the same guys as they did this year. Thing. Yeah. And it's just a whole different culture they have to rebuild on defense. And I don't know who the defensive coordinator is, but they weren't doing their job last year. I mean, they were losing games. There
was injuries, but it does seem like
injuries.
Okay, so I'm going to say that like I haven't done my Oshawa pick yet, but I will say that Oshawa, I'm nervous because like you said, the moving cities, I don't know how much that affects the team. Part of me wants to believe it does, like you said. And I'll also say, if their defense does not step up this year, it should. I remember, because 2 years ago when they played Halifax, they had Halifax so mad they were doing all kind of stupid stuff. They were so roughed up. But that was also taking the league by storm, a bunch of young guys. I'm curious if they go back to that grit, because Rochester's known as the, we don't touch nobody, we just score a bunch of points. At least in my opinion, they're kind of like the softies, which is why they may not win a lot. Oshawa, they definitely should consider being that gritty team. And if it comes back, I don't mind them. But I can see your point, though.
Now, what I say about Oshawa is there's just not a lot of information on the team right now. Okay, we have guys coming in, guys coming out.
Yeah, I'm not doing. We're tired of we are forever Albany on the show. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we're forever Albany. It's so hard to say Oshawa, but Oshawa, all right, Oshawa, they're just developing still. They've only been in the league for 4 or 5 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and if you look at that freshman team, there's a sophomore slump. All right. Now, let's say this is like their junior, senior year in the league. They're getting their talent back. They're getting their feet under them. But ultimately, they don't have veteran leadership other teams have, really. Like Mike Messenger, or, you got your the D guy for Halifax. Huge dude. I forget. He has a brother who plays
Graham Hosek?
Yeah, Graham Hosek is a leader. Graham Hosek is a leader.
Not Graham Hosek. What the heck was you?
Graham Hosek is a leader on defense. He pushes pace. He controls the game. Okay, there's very few D guys in the league that can control a pace of a game as a leader.
Right.
Oshawa does not have that. They do not have a number one guy.
Do me a favor. So your two teams you said were Rochester and who else? You're surprised?
Vegas. Teams? Give me Rochester and Vegas this year. And people are going to say San Diego. People are going to say San Diego. I'm tired of hearing San Diego, all right? As a guy who loves
I think we're done with San Diego at this point.
Okay, San Diego. I know Joe Tsai, the almighty Joe Tsai.
Uncle Joe, Father Joe, all that.
Father Joe Tsai. Listen, San Diego is just a money market.
Right.
And they have great players. But, oh my gosh, why can't they win? They get smoked by Colorado every year in the playoffs.
Question, I don't want to do a bunch of teams right at this point, but if Origlieri can go back to his original form, which was amazing, I mean, San Diego's going to have another chance, right? They're going to be right there in it. You a big O-Rig fan?
See me? Sorry, you cut out for a second.
No, you cut out. Shame on you.
You cut out.
Listen, man, go ahead.
Sorry, what was your question, Chris?
If O-Rig if O-Rig is good again, how are we feeling?
What?
You not a big O-Rig guy?
I like Chris. All right. If he's good, Chris. That's good. But what I say is, well, we're talking San Diego's goalie, right? Just making sure. There's been so many goalie changes going on.
No, that's on you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So San Diego's goalie. I like him. Young dude, moves around, has good shoulder movement, and he's a good
very
leader.
Handsome. Very handsome.
He's a handsome dude. He's a handsome dude. But
yes.
what I will say is, can you hit the long ball? Can you throw the ball down quick? I haven't seen that much out of the guy. Oh, I see that out of the almighty goalie out of Vancouver.
Almighty goalie.
I see it out of him. I see it out of freaking Halifax goalie.
What does this mean?
Can get out.
What does this mean?
San Diego News coming on Big Rig. Ooh, all right.
It was extension. I don't care if it is extension. Of course, they all get extended. That's what
I think. I think in a perfect world, Vegas trades Jack Hanna to San Diego.
No, that's not. No.
In exchange for Chris Irregularity. Okay. That's a good trade. And the only reason I say that is because there's too much offense in Vegas now. Jack Hanna, I was there at the Halifax game in Vegas. Okay, I was there.
Okay.
The only game of the year he didn't score a goal. Only had an assist.
Don't give away your geolocation.
I'm not giving away a geolocation. All I'm saying is
that's old news. That's the point. That's the point.
What I'm saying is Chris I can't say his name. Chris.
Oh, Wrigley, just call him Rig. The Big Rig.
The Big Rig. Great goalie, young guy, a lot of years. He's looking like a Matt Vinc type of player. Okay, needs to build the frame a little bit. He's good. All right. And comparing to Matt Vinc is a stretch, but he looks like he has that longevity. And he looks
Please don't compare him to Matt. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He looks like a young Matt Vinc. All right. Young Matt Vinc. But ultimately, I think that I don't have much to say on the guy because he's a good goalie, but he's just so super young. He's only his fourth year in the league, really, third or fourth year. So there's not much to say on him. Yes, fourth, yes, but in goalies, you gotta look at goalies. Goalie assists, big deal.
He was okay. So we got Rochester and Vegas. How do I know Vegas? Is Vegas a surprise? Really? I don't know.
I mean, look, Vegas is the hot new ticket. All right, you look at freaking when the Lakers signed everybody to one team. This is Vegas. That's Vegas right now.
Oh, you talking about Luka getting traded?
No, I'm talking about when Luka. When we had LeBron on one team, you had all his buddies on one team. But sure, you can compare it to the Luka trade. Whatever. When a team puts together a super team of guys who are in their prime or about to age out of their prime, they're going for a run. Okay? Mitch Jones. Oh my gosh, Mitch Jones. Great player. Nothing bad to say about him, except that during crunch time, he's very hit or miss. He's very hit or miss.
Is he your MVP?
He's not my MVP.
Who's your MVP?
Not my MVP pick. I don't have MVP pick yet.
What?
But what I will say, actually, you know what? Let's go on the record here. MVP pick. It's either going to be Austin Shanks or or Chase Frazier. You're giving the reins of offense.
You're taking it over. You're taking him over Mitch Jones.
Listen, Mitch, you'll probably see this. Mitch, you'll probably see this. I love you, Mitch Jones. But the only thing is, Mitch, I know you're the whole series in a MAC Cup. I know you're a little banged up right now. I don't know how you're going to be moving the first couple of weeks of the season. Not saying you can't do it. But what I'm saying is you give the human highlight reel, Chase Frazier, the ball, and tell him to go score. Now he's in charge of an offense.
Mm-hmm.
We've never seen that out of Chase Frazier. He's only ever been a guy who comes off the bench and has made some electric highlight goals, and he's an assist guy, and he makes some really, really good goals in crunch time. So what I'm saying is where Mitch Jones might not be able to get the job done, Chase Frazier is going to fill that perfectly. Because Mitch Jones, third quarter and second quarter, he's electric, right? Electric. He scores 4 or 5 goals. Fourth quarter, not so much.
4, 5, 6, 7, this guy.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is give Mitch Jones the ball and give Jack Hanna, a party starter, the ball first period. All I'm saying is this team needs to balance their offense very well and know their players. Okay, you can't just throw them all out together on the same floor and the same shift and say, oh, our offense just work. It's not going to work like that. I think you need to give Chase Frazier the reins as offense. Let him dictate where he wants to put the ball and assist, and then Mitch Jones will fill that spot for him. Because honestly, Mitch Jones has never been the number one dude on the offense, especially in Philly. You got Joe Terrace. All I'm saying is keep him in a good spot.
Question.
Yeah.
Who is the championship according to you? And please don't say Vegas. If Vegas is your sleeper team, you can't say Vegas. Come on now.
Give me Halifax. I would say Vancouver. But I just don't think
I haven't thought about this.
I just don't think their offense is there yet. They just can't. They just don't show it. Their
so
defense.
You're saying who? You're taking Halifax.
Taking Halifax. I think this year they're putting all the chips together. This is the year for a championship. They can't get done now. It's not going to happen. Okay. They haven't traded away any of their major players. They're the one team who's kept all their major players together. Think about it.
Saskatchewan too.
Saskatchewan has, but they're off a fresh championship run, so there's no need to. Halifax is a good draft pick. So I think
you trust Warren Hill?
I do trust Warren Hill because he hasn't played a bunch in the offseason. He wasn't a starter for the Chiefs. I'm not sure.
True.
Yeah, so he's playing really good. He also just won another championship in the MLS. So to what I say to that is he's basically just been working with all his guys off.
So MSL?
Sorry, MSL, yeah.
Oh, soccer.
He's been working with all his guys all offseason, and now he has a good better cohesiveness with this team. And I think Halifax is the one to do it. Also,
gosh.
King and Dixon. Yeah, you know what? Pat Gregoire. Pat Gregoire. If Vancouver had offense, if Vancouver really had offense, and they really wanted to win something this year, why are you picking up guys who are at the end of their career almost? All right.
Bingo.
And why aren't you picking up fresh talent like Mitch Jones or Chase Fraser that were available on the market, who are from Vancouver, who are from BC?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I don't see what Vancouver is doing with that. It looks like all they want to do is load up on their goalie, load up on their defense, and put it on a good show for the fans. But their offense is missing historic players that they could have gotten, and they're missing Mitch Jones. If Mitch Jones went back to Vancouver, I would say Vancouver had a great shot at winning championship, but they chose.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best to not let you run out of ammunition here. We never worked on an outro.
Oh yeah, we never did that.
Just stay hydrated, man. What are you doing?
Hydrate, baby. Come on, it's a lot of talking.
So, do me a favor. I can't believe this song keeps doing that to me. But what should be your outro moving forward, sir? Are you going to come on every Wednesday for now?
I'll do my best to be every Wednesday.
What do you do your best?
My schedule's crazy, man. I show you my schedule.
You're just playing games every week.
Yeah, oh my gosh. But to the part from the show, other part from the show, I'll walk off, right? The part from the show is my pick for championship this year, Halifax. Pick for MVP this year, Chase Fraser or Austin Shanks. Okay. And finally, to leave some words of wisdom to the fans here.
Okay.
If you don't like watching Daily Dive, if you don't like watching Mike and me talk a bunch of nonsense some days.
Come on, man.
You don't like NLL lacrosse.
You get one day a week. You get 1 day a week.
I get 1 day a week. If you don't like watching this on your screen, then you don't like NLL lacrosse. You don't like to see. He goes, I'm out of here.
Hey, adios, man. Wow. Not bad. This is a fun first show. All right, so what we're gonna do when we come back, I'm gonna talk a little bit more, because you need it. We're gonna talk Matt Vinc, the decision 2025, not presidential election and not LeBron James, but similar. I'm not gonna do my boogie thing. That's really it's really, what is the word? That is really loud right now. So I'm just gonna do a health and wellness when we're right back. You guys are not helping. He's gonna come back on the show, man. Oh, all right. We're gonna try to reel in Tim Dillon, but excelente first. Whatever. We're done with that. So let's do this right here. All right. I still have one more topic. We're gonna try to get those a little bit quicker than normally. So Matt Vinc. It was announced by the Buffalo Bandits. I didn't see anybody else tease this. It was announced by the Buffalo Bandits on October 27th. That was dumb. That they were going to bring him back for another year. Big deal, by the way. But the reason why that was a thing was... Okay, hold on, folks. Hold on. You'll see why I'm doing this. The reason why that was a thing, like, I thought it was awesome that Buffalo did keep that under wraps. I think that was awesome. And shout out to them for doing so. And I mean, obviously, no one was going to report that he was retiring because you don't want to report that people were retiring. But basically, you found out through Buffalo Band's Twitter, and that was awesome. But now it's like, what can we expect? Are we going to buy that the Bandits will, again, 1, 2, 4 Pete's? That's a lot. That's a lot. We're talking like sports history. Like Michael Jordan had to retire. I mean, I don't know what this... I know there were circumstances, but Michael Jordan had to literally leave the NBA. Like, who has won 4? I can't recall it. And I'm saying right now, the Bandits still have a chance, a very awesome chance. And to me, in order to be the champs, you got to beat the champs. And I think that's fair to say. So I say that to say this. I have no idea. Actually, I have a little bit of idea who I think is going to win the championship this season. Starting this Friday, though, I will get to my first of the ranking teams. Like last year, I do like every day. We're going to do more predictions. On Friday, I'll unveil my 14th ranked team of the season, leading all the way up to the final week of Hype Up Month, which also leads into the NLL regular season. So, I'm excited, but I think Matt Vinc, it was awesome that he came back, and I think Buffalo has a very, very strong chance. They should still be the betting favorites, and I also believe that the league is probably shaking. I know, like, people around the league might have known by this point, but eventually it's kind of like, maybe? We'll have to see. I think Buffalo, without giving away too many of my cards here, I think the Buffalo Bandits are a very strong contender, even though one of the topics I'm going to do coming up in the next couple of weeks is going to be how awesome it is that they had to tighten up the wallet. Shout out to Otcap Lax, who did a great job of tweeting that out first. But it's like, they unloaded some players, but is it still enough? We'll talk about it. I got where someone wants to jump on the show, and they're good enough to where we'll do it. Screw it. It's been such a fun first show. So I will take a break here, and we have a surprise guest coming on. We'll be right back to Daily Dive. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com.
This better be good. So coming on the show now, let's do it. It's going to be, what's up, man?
Not too bad, brother. Just catching me up work.
What are you doing?
I'm a mechanic that's my trade. So,
oh man, this
jumping on to help you out.
That's right. Thank you, sir.
No worries, brother.
Collins, what do you have stuff to say? How are we feeling, man?
Hey, not too bad. Hey, I'll drop this news with you guys, but I kind of posted on Twitter on the weekend with about Big Rig. Rig could miss some time this year through to firefighting probation. The same thing of like with Eli McLaughlin. So it kind of explains the the trade with Cameron Dunkley. I mean, they added other pieces that they really wanted to, but there's Tyden Redlick there as well. There's a three-way fight, and there's another goalie at training camp that's not being talked about. Let's see what happens. There's one goalie there. You kind of look in the videos. I'm still trying to piece it out who it is, but he hasn't been signed. So who is that other goalie at camp right now?
Oh my! This is awesome. By the way, you're forgiven, sir. But I'm like, oh, that firefighting stuff. I have met a bunch of firefighters. They are awesome people. Even I don't know. I think it's awesome. Every time you meet a firefighter, they're always like the coolest guy in the world.
100%.
Much respect to O-Rig, but man, this league, we need to pay these guys. This is unbelievable.
It's crazy. But yeah, that's the one big news that's coming out of first week of training camp is there's a couple players who are not at training camp. One guy, Tyler Pace, I've heard that he's not at training camp either right now. He hasn't signed that contract. Did not get done yet. Who knows, right? We'll see.
Wow, that's a lot to take in. And hey, I guess save your Seals betting things. So, like, are we hearing? You're hearing like, obviously you don't want to speculate, but he's going to miss some time. Have you heard that? Is it significant, or do we know?
So as of right now, he's still in training. So he hasn't been hired. So once he gets hired, then that fire probation will start. But he hasn't been hired currently. So until then, we don't know what his probation will happen. He's still in firefighter training. So until that occurs and finishes, I've been told that he'll be back before the start of the season, but he could be hired at any point. And then that's when his probation starts. And then that when he won't be able to go and play like Eli McLaughlin.
That did last a while, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I have a PSA. I don't know what. I doubt he's in the San Diego area. It would be nice if he was, but PSA number one: please do not burn down your houses. and two, pay the man, but don't. I'm selfish. I'm not even saying what I'm gonna say. I'm so sad. Oh, poor Big Rig. Thank you, Dawson. Did they let you walk inside of work, or what are we doing?
I just told my boss I had to take a quick call and come over.
Oh my God. Don't show up on YouTube, Link.
Hey, you got to grind 24/7 as the players grind on the outside of, with lacrosse, of building houses and everything like that. We also have to grind and do our own job too. So
he said it, not me. Dumb.
All right.
Thank you. Get back to work, man.
See you later, boys. Enjoy.
Yes, sir. In my silly self thought inside lacrosse was his only job. That's a shame. I'm kidding. Listen, man. Adam Levy called this a passion project. And I've never looked like that at work. I never had like a mechanic job, but for the love of the game, folks, for the love of the game. Wow. Wow. Usually 90 minutes kind of stretches. That was fun. Thank you. If you were a viewer, you deserve a lot of credit for sticking through. I know Pat seemed like he was here for all 90 minutes. Like, what in the world? But just for the record, if you stuck through waiting for Frick and then the Tim Dillon experience, another word I have to look up to see what it is in Spanish, and for Dawson Nielsen out of nowhere, thank you so much. And for all the businesses we advertise for free, you're welcome. All right, folks. Wow, what a show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We have another show to do tomorrow. Obviously, it will not be 90 minutes long, but we appreciate you joining regardless. NATalkRadio.com for event tickets and subscribe to the YouTube channel for other content and, of course, Monday through Friday Daily Dive. Guys, we have a long season, but we're very happy because there might not have been a season. On tomorrow's show, I believe my topics lined up right now. One of them is going to be Rochester being sold to Seneca Nation. A little sneak peek. I thought we'd revisit that and give the league a little bit of a shout out for letting that happen and for helping that deal to come through. This has been Daily Dive. You guys have a great rest of your day. We're going to sign off right now. Bye. Happy Monday.